MovieWeb.com.
Now, what are the challenges of acting within a scene?
Mm-hmm.
Like acting within acting?
Ah, I see what you're saying. Well, I think there's the acting, the style of acting, I think had to be accurate. And we watched a lot of documentaries of student plays that were put up during the Second Sino-Japanese War, the kind of makeup they wore and the kind of body gestures that they did. And I think we were trying to be accurate in our portrayal of acting in the plays. Actually, it was a really popular thing for students to do back in that day. My grandparents, they were all putting on patriotic plays as well in their college days.
What other kind of research did you have to do for this role?
Well, we did tons of research. I think I was, at the outset, relatively ignorant to that war, what happened between China and Japan from 37 to 45, and just the size, 35 million Chinese casualties, and what it would be like to be a college student, in those days. So I think the first period in developing this character for all of us, our characters, was to getting into that period, into the frame of mind, the backdrop, what a college student would be thinking of and what his interests would be, what books he'd read, what movies he'd watch, what music he'd listen to, etc.
Well, as an actor, what kind of benefits does Ang Lee provide you as a director?
Yeah, he gave me tons of direction and tons of homework, which I really sunk my teeth into.
Now, why was this a particular project that you were interested in doing? I mean, what was the main thing that got you on here?
I think first and foremost was working with Ang Lee. We've been friends for years, since Crouching Tiger, and he's always been supportive of my music. I think he's always got his finger on the pulse of what's happening in Chinese pop culture. So we've always kept in touch, and of course I've always admired his work. So when he called me and asked me to audition for the role, I was really happy, excited.
This is Wei Tang, is that how I say her name?
Tang Wei.
Tang Wei.
Yeah.
Now, this is her first acting experience. Did you come in and help her with her scenes? I mean, did you have any involvement?
Well, this is also my first Mandarin movie.
Yeah.
So we were both kind of, thrown into the deep end together. And I think we really relied on each other. We even did our auditions together. So from the very outset, it was like, we looked at each other and we're like, this is going to be hardcore. We better help each other out.
It was Mandarin first language for you, or second language?
Second language.
And so, when did you learn that? And
I learned it growing up, in my house. My parents spoke to each other in Mandarin. And then the music career, I think my first album was when I was 19. So I've been working on it. I'm still working on it, because it's, Chinese is, to really get a good grasp of the language is an art. And I hope to pursue my studies in Chinese.
Well, when you first got the script, was it in English or was it in Mandarin?
No, it was in Chinese. Yeah.
So did you have to translate it to
No.
work for it?
I can read.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, were you surprised by the explicit nature of the film?
Yes.
The final cut?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised, especially because I didn't know that they were gonna take it to that level, but the movie is called Lust Caution. I mean, the short story is Lust Caution. The lust is just as important as the caution. I think my character is Kwang Yumin. He's the caution. Tony's character is the lust. So these are two fundamental qualities in human nature, whether it's in Chinese culture or any other culture. So I really admire Ang for showing that, bravely, unabashedly.